this morning, this Liberal Prime Minister had the audacity to say he's making significant progress in removing Donald Trump's tariffs on Canada. Are you kidding me? We lost 3,000 auto jobs in Brampton, 1,200 auto jobs in Ingersoll, and that's just in the last 10 days. What an absolute slap in the face to auto workers. Now, the Prime Minister also just recently said that Canadians have to make sacrifices. Why don't they actually confess? The sacrifice he's talking about is the entire Canadian auto industry.
Yes.
The Honourable Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, for months we've been drawing the distinction between things that we can and cannot control. We cannot control the trade policy of the United States or any other country. We can control what we do here at home. We are building the strongest economy in the G7. We are doing that by reducing internal barriers to trade. We are doing that by supporting affected industries, including $5 billion in the Strategic Response Fund, and helping support workers across this country, Mr. Speaker. We ask the Conservatives, rather than talking down Canada, to stand with us.
Right on. The Honourable Member for Dufferin-Caledon.
I think this minister needs to hear something. Auto workers want their jobs.
Yeah.
They don't want handouts. They don't want to hear we're making progress.
Yes.
They don't want to hear these bromides about stand up for Canada. What they want is to get back in the plant and make their jobs.
That's right.
And they want to make the great cars that they make. So here's my question to this minister. What is the actual plan to get auto workers back in the factories producing cars? Because what it looks like right now is they're sacrificing the auto industry in a desperate and pathetic attempt to appease Donald Trump.
Wow.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary, the Minister of Industry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The plan is to work with unions, work with companies, work with provinces to have an alignment so that we can fight these unjustified tariffs. The plan, Mr. Speaker, is to have a strategic response fund to support the workers and the businesses in this time of challenge for us. The plan, Mr. Speaker, is to change our emissions framework to make sure that Stellantis and GM know exactly what we're doing. And the plan, Mr. Speaker, is to continue to diversify our trade and to continue to work with companies like Linamar, whose CEO chair, Linda Hassenfratz, in committee this week said that this is one of the most productive sectors in all of Canada. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Cambridge.
Mr. Speaker, under this Liberal Prime Minister, Canada's biggest export to the U.S. has become good-paying auto jobs. Paychecks are vanishing. First it was Windsor, then it was Brampton, then it was Oshawa, then it was Ingersoll. Now people in my community are terrified that Cambridge will be next, with thousands of livelihoods hanging in the balance. The Prime Minister admitted that he'll unlikely get a complete trade deal with the U.S. despite all his endless promises. He is full of talk, but out of gas, and Canadians are left stranded. So how many more jobs will get sent south because of his broken promises and negotiating failures?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary, the Minister of Industry.
Mr. Speaker, what's important is that we all work together to fight these unjustified tariffs and to have a plan to respond. That includes the Strategic Response Fund. That includes the changes that we've made to the emissions framework. That includes diversifying our trade, continuing to attract companies from all over the world to build right here in Canada, and to listen to the words of Linda Hassenfratz, who said that the most productive factories that she has of all the footprint in the world are right here in Canada, and to work with the companies, the workers, and to talk up our industry, not talk it down, not talk down the EVs, but to say, we want these jobs here, we want these cars here, and we will always be an auto-producing nation.
The Honourable Member for Niagara South.
Mr. Speaker, Stellantis announced that Jeep production is moving from Brampton to Illinois, taking 3,000 Canadian jobs with it. The Liberals gave Stellantis up to $10 billion in taxpayer money for an EV plant in Ontario, but failed to secure the job protection for its workers. They also did this with 2 EV plants in my riding, one that never opened and one that's still under construction. Will this be another case of déjà vu? When will this Liberal government keep its word and stop the destruction of the auto sector in this country?
Good question. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary, the Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker,
we've heard the recent news that our auto manufacturers, some of our auto manufacturers have announced reductions in their production levels at Canadian facilities, and the government is extremely concerned and disappointed in those announcements. Government of Canada is committed to maintaining a strong Canadian automotive industry, its footprint here in Canada, with the well-paying jobs that come with it. The government expects these companies to respect their commitments towards Canada and their workers. We've adjusted the emissions framework to correspond with the reduction in those production levels. That's how we'll protect our Canadian footprint for the automotive industry.